A guten Erev Shabbos, my dear friends. Quick question. What is 1 plus 1? If you said 2, that's not the answer I was looking for. Let me explain. This Shabbos is Shabbos NACHAMU. The Torah says, we read in the Haftarah, NACHAMU, NACHAMU Ami. Hashem consoles us. And it says twice, NACHAMU, NACHAMU. Be comforted, my people. 1 plus 1 is not 2. 1 plus 1 is infinity. Something that you can give more and more and more. Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. We have this concept of infinity, infinite blessing released in this week's Torah portion. We have the 10 Commandments for the second time to bring that godliness into us, the infinity in us. We have the Shema Yisrael in this week's Torah portion. And we read there, Ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha b'chol me'odecha. Love God with all your might. Me'odecha means go beyond your abilities. And this is also connected with today, the 15th day of Av, which is the greatest holiday, as the Mishnah says. One of the things what happened in the 15th day of Av is that the people in the desert, they stopped dying. But really, they stopped dying on the 9th day of Av. But the 15th day, they saw the full moon. Then they realized that the 9th had surely passed. And therefore, they all go into Eretz Israel. And there's a number of other things that happened on this day, the 15th day of Av. And the Mishnah, the Gemara says, in the end of the tractate Tanis, it says, Mikan ve'elach, from there and on, from the 15th day of Av and on, Mande Yosef, Mande Moisef Yosef, those who studied Torah, then God adds life to them. And the Rabbi explains, because that on this day, the 15th day of Av, the nights become bigger. The night, it says, the Tehillim says that Yetze Adam lefa'ola v'la'avodato adei arev. A person goes out to work in the daytime, and the night it goes on. Until night it works. The night is yours. So when the night becomes bigger, your time is now more dedicated to Hashem. Then you add something more than what you can. Something additional of what your limited time is. You add a little more. This triggers the infinity. And the Rabbi explains this using an example of physics. And I'll show it to you. You have over here a cup of water, and you have over here a flame. Both are physical, has physical size, physical limitations. Which one is bigger? To me, it looks like the cup of water is bigger, right? But if you take the cup of water and you start sharing the water and give out the water, it becomes less and less and less. However, when you take the candle, the fire that has a limited size, and you light another fire, that physical limited fire triggered something of infinity. 1 plus 1 is infinity. And this is, the Rebbe says, on this day, from the 15th day of Av and on, we add from our own time. If you were used to study a little bit of Torah, add a little bit. That little bit triggers the infinite blessing of Hashem, the infinite blessing of God that will bless us all with the ultimate infinite revelation of Mashiach to the entire world, that Hashem will be Melech, Hashem will be King in the world. Have a good Shabbos and a good Yom Tov.